In 1966, the United States almost destroyed itself. Not because of an enemy attack, not because of a war, but because of a single human mistake that the government tried to hide for decades. In the mid-1960s, the world lived under a shadow of fear. The Cold War was not being fought with bullets on battlefields, but with silence, tension, and nuclear weapons aimed at cities that slept peacefully at night. The United States and the Soviet Union both believed the same thing. Whoever struck first would survive. To prepare for that moment, America launched a secret program called Operation Chrome Dome. Day and night, massive B-52 bombers flew non-stop patrols, each carrying hydrogen bombs, weapons powerful enough to erase entire cities. These planes never landed fully armed. They circled the skies constantly, ready for instant nuclear war. On one cold January day in 1966, one of these bombers took off on what was supposed to be a routine mission. The crew had done this hundreds of times before. Nothing felt unusual. Hours later, high above the farmland of North Carolina, the bomber approached a refueling aircraft. This mid-air refueling was dangerous but normal. Then, in a split second, everything went wrong. The two aircraft collided. Metal screamed against metal. Fuel ignited. The sky turned into fire. Inside the B-52, warning lights flashed as the plane began to tear itself apart. The pilots had seconds to act. They ejected. The aircraft exploded in the air, scattering wreckage across fields, trees, and quiet country roads near the town of Goldsboro. But among the falling debris were two objects far more dangerous than burning metal. Two hydrogen bombs. Each bomb carried more destructive power than any weapon ever used in war. One bomb deployed its parachute, drifting slowly downward, as if time itself had slowed. The other fell freely, crashing straight into the earth. What happened next was almost never told to the public. When investigators later examined the weapons, they discovered something horrifying. 3 of the bomb's 4 safety systems had failed. The arming sequence had nearly completed. Only one small electrical switch, no bigger than something found in a household appliance, prevented a full nuclear explosion. That single switch saved millions of lives. Had it failed, a nuclear blast would have wiped out eastern North Carolina, sending radioactive fallout across major U.S. cities. Washington, D.C., New York, and beyond could have been affected. The United States would have suffered a nuclear disaster caused by itself. Within hours, the government sealed off the crash zone. Soldiers blocked roads. Men in protective suits arrived with Geiger counters. Residents were told nothing. Official statements described the event as a training accident. No mention of nuclear weapons was made. Behind closed doors, panic spread through military leadership. They recovered parts of the bomb, but one critical piece, containing uranium, had sunk deep into the wet soil. Engineers tried to dig it out. They failed. Eventually, they made a decision that still shocks historians today. They left it there. The government quietly bought the land, compensated the farmers, and placed warning markers deep underground. The site was monitored for years. Then, slowly, it was forgotten. Operation Chrome Dome was later canceled, not because it was dangerous, but because it was too dangerous to continue. Decades passed. People raised families on nearby land. Children played. Crops grew. All above a piece of a hydrogen bomb still buried beneath American soil. In the 2000s, declassified documents finally revealed the truth. For the first time, Americans learned how close they came to nuclear self-destruction. Even today, the missing component has never been recovered. It remains underground, silent, inactive, but real. And it leaves behind an uncomfortable truth. The greatest nuclear threat America ever faced did not come from an enemy. It came from itself.